Hi everyone and welcome back. Welcome to my playlist on the React hooks. So in the first set of videos we talked about use state hook. Now in the couple of coming videos we are going to talk about use effect hook, which is you can say most popular hook for the functional component in React. Okay, so first we will see what we are getting from the previous video. So this was the code we have written, and here we were actually using use state hook with an array, and whenever you are clicking onto this button, we were actually updating the data here. So you can say it was being updated, something like this, right? Okay, that is just an example of use state. Now in this video we are going to talk about use effect hook. Okay, so it is going to be, first we need to understand what is use effect hook, how it works, what problem use effect hook is trying to solve with functional component. Okay, so before that you should understand the life cycle of a component when it is getting rendered initially and whenever something changed in the component. Okay, so render lifecycle is simple. We actually initialize the state, then we have the component will mount, render component did mount. Component will mount method is not there now with the new set of lifecycle methods. So we can say that the component is getting rendered, then you are calling component did mount, and then should component did update. All these different set of methods are getting triggered when you talk about class-based components. Okay, but here we are writing functional component. So how can we achieve the same kind of mechanism with the functional component, where before after component is getting rendered initially we should be able to do something same as component did mount is doing, and whenever something changes in the component you should be able to do the same thing which component did update is doing. So these two methods are very important: component did mount and component did update. So here we have a component did mount and component did update. These two methods are actually more important, and these two methods is use effect is combining for functional component. So this particular method triggers when render is done. Okay, so what we were doing is rendering is done. Now you wanted to make an API call collecting data from somewhere, and this component did update is getting called whenever something changed in the component. Then should component update, component did update, render, and all these things lifecycle methods are getting executed, right? So this huge effect hook is actually combining both the logic of component did mount and component did update and giving us one single common hook to achieve both the things. What we wanted to do is we wanted to execute something once component has rendered, like getting the data from the API call, and then something had changed in the component. Then also we wanted to do something. In that particular case, this use effect hook can be used. So first of all, we will see, we'll try to understand this use the importance of use effect hook. So we'll just write simple code. Use state hook, we already know this. This is how we can use state hook, and we can set the data. This is how we are managing the state of a component. Okay, simple example we can see is we can set the first name last name. Okay, so like I am writing one simple state, full name set full name, and full name is having name and family name both the properties. Okay, here I wanted to use effect hook. Okay, so I have imported it, and for all different things it will have callback function. Here you can talk about what you wanted to do. Set full name, sorry. So we are calling set full name, and we are passing an object. That object will have a name and family name. Name can be anything, and family name can be anything. Okay, so what it is doing is use effect will trigger once the render is done, and we will be able to print the full name dot name and whatever we wanted to print. So I will just put some basic JSX code here, and I will just format this. Okay, so here we are just trying to get the full name dot name, and this use effect hook will trigger once the component is rendered. So we are initializing the state, this rendering will done, and then use effect will actually update this full name with these two properties. I mean the name and family name we are updating, right? If we try to see this code in the output, we are not using this hook for now. We see if, yeah, family name and name is anything. Now if we just see the console.log, what is actually happening there. So you can see this can update when set state inside a use effect. Okay, so what actually is happening here, you see a lot of calls maximum call depth exceeded. This can happen when component calls set state inside use effect. So there are many the minimum possibility. What wrong we are doing is we are not providing the dependency to the use effect hook, so it is running inside a loop, right? It keeps doing this. So what is happening, you see this in this use effect hook, we are doing set state, set full name, right? So state is getting changed, it will do the render, and then it will come back again to this hook, because this is executing after every render. Anything is getting changed, use effect hook is getting triggered. So we are missing something, right? That you might already know, that we have to provide a dependency here which will tell, okay, initially I will call this use effect, I will set the state, but next time when you are coming back to me to call this use effect on some change, then I will look at the dependency. If something is changing from this dependency, then only I will call or I will execute this method. So if I save it and if I just reload the component, things are clean now. Why? Because initially it rendered, now use effect triggered, it is like component did mount, right, which is getting triggered after render. It is setting set full name, it is updating the state. So whenever you update the state, render will again triggered, and the should component update. And if you just remember that life cycle, it also playing the role of component did update. Okay, so then use effect will trigger, but now it will look at the dependency array. This is important. So if dependency array is empty, means I will re-render or I will execute this method only if anything from this dependency is getting changed. So this is like you have put a condition in component did update that do this only if something is getting changed from here. Okay, so when you try to fix it, you just provide the dependency. If I just do a console.log, and if you remove this dependency, then what will happen is it is getting called many times, right? You can see there is a huge loop going on and you see a lot of errors. So we have to provide this array, which is nothing but a dependency, so it will call it only once, right? If I just reload this and show you what is happening, so it called it only once, right? So now it is fixed. So use effect hook is actually something which is a replacement of component did mount and component did update in the functional component. Those methods are something which we were using in the class based component. So use effect is something which has been called every time the component is changed. But if you don't want it to look for these kind of changes, like you don't want it to render component every time, then you can provide a dependency. So it will actually use this particular condition that if this is getting changed, then only I will re-render or I will execute this logic. Okay, so what else we can do with this? Because we already talked about this is a kind of replacement of use effect hook, right? Component did mount. So we were using component did mount to make an API call. If you remember in the class based component, if I just simply write class hello extends react.component, then we used to write state equal to something, and here inside a component did mount. Now these are unsafe, you see, whatever the deprecated methods are there, which is component will mount, will receive props. Component did update is not deprecated. This is still we are using. So component did mount, and here we are making a call. Like you can just do a simple fetch. Okay, some URL, some API, and we are getting, it's like it is returning promise. And then we are getting some data, and that data we can actually set the state. So here we were doing set state data with this new value which we just received, or we can just write it in the destructured way, so it will update the state. This is something we were writing in the class-based component. Then you will have a render function. In the render function you will render this JSX, right? So you can just write ulli and this dot state dot data dot map, something like this. You got the data in the state and you will iterate on it, right? This is what you are writing in the class-based component. Same thing, how we can do that in the functional component is, you can just instead of component did mount we are writing, you can use the use effect hook. Okay, so consider that here we have already some kind of a state, data or set data. We are using use state hook for that, and we have initialized this with empty array. Okay, now we have to make an API call here, and this is going to execute once because the dependency array is empty. So that fetch call, I need to write it again, so we can just use it, fetch and some API. Okay, what we are doing dot, then I'll just write everything in short, and here we are getting data. So what we can do is we can just call this set data and pass the data we are getting. So this is also same thing, we got the data, and you can just in the return function what we need to return, the same JSX, right? Same thing we have done in different way for the functional component. Here we are using this use effect hook. So same as component did mount, after initial render it will execute, it will call this API, we will get the data, we are setting the data in the state, and this data we are iterating and we are able to print the values. Okay, if you're not passing this dependency, then it will make lot many API calls and you will see a lot of errors on the console. Okay, so this dependency array is always important. Now this is not the actual use. I mean, we are not doing just a simple making API call, just use effect and all. Use effect does a lot of things. Here we are not using it, but it actually returns something. Here we actually do the cleaning stuff, like, so use effect can be used to subscribe some socket, subscribe some particular observable, and here you have to unsubscribe things. So this particular line of code is same as component did unmount. Component will unmount, sorry. So whenever you actually move to another page, then this particular component will be unmounted from DOM node. In that case, this particular function will trigger. Okay, here you will do unsubscription from the services which you have subscribed. Okay, like you have subscribed to some socket service, some observable, so you have to unsubscribe those things here because this thing will execute in that particular case. Like you are subscribing to the DOM events, change event document.get element by id.add event listener, click. Okay, here you have to remove that listener, like element.add event listener, add event listener, and you are actually listening to click event and doing something. I'm not talking about what you are doing here, but once you are moving out away from this component, then you have to unsubscribe this. So instead of add, you will be just calling remove, right, just for the cleanup. So this return method in this use effect hook is actually doing the cleanup. It can be anything, like you have some kind of a socket, so you are subscribing to some socket, and then once you are done from this component, you have to disconnect it, the socket connection, something like this. So here we are Socket.io client, we are connecting to this endpoint, getting the data, updating the response, Here we are just keep calling set data, updating the data, and once you are moving away, then you have to unsubscribe that. So we are doing socket.disconnect. Okay, so this is the plain and simple way of talking use effect. This is how we are using it. So in future videos, we will talk more about what else we can do with use effect hook.